This is the supplement that doctors said never existed. How does that make sense? I found a secret food that will restore cartilage back to the areas of your body that need it most. It turns out it's pretty common. It's a pretty common food. Yes, you heard that correctly. It regenerates cartilage. Now, I've been told time and time again by many surgeons, many doctors, many people, that cartilage cannot regenerate. It can't. Mofo, I'm the experiment and this stuff works. Watch to the end and I'll reveal the product to you. But I'm gonna explain to you a few things. Here's a little bit about my backstory. Click on this link, you can watch the video, and it'll explain everything that happened leading up to this point. Some of you are probably wondering, what is collagen? Why does that matter to me? Why do I need to know this? Collagen is what makes up all your connective tissue, from your skin to your ligaments to your tendons, yes, and even your bones. So it's super, super important, and even parts of your muscle. So without collagen, your body would actually crumble. And you're probably thinking, well, doesn't your body regenerate it like everything else? If you were to get injured, or if there was a lack of something, your body would just make more of it. Well, this is one of the rare cases where it will not create anymore. Shortly after puberty, dendrites, which are the machines that make collagen, they slowly die off and they sabotage themselves and they disappear. If you have good genes, if your parents pass on some good genes, that could help with having good collagen right out of the gate. But also, the food you consume is what helps regenerate. Now, here are some things that take away from collagen that you can prevent. Okay, so let's get into what damages collagen. Collagen over time breaks down. And like I said, after puberty, your dendrites stop producing collagen. Here are some other factors. High sugar content, which damages your collagen fiber, and also high vegetable oil consumption. Both those are very destructive on basically every cell in your body, which is why you should always avoid them, not just for the reason of supporting or saving your collagen fiber. Here's another reason why you need collagen. So here are some reasons why your collagen is damaged. 1, because of injury. 2, because of high sugar consumption. And 3, high vegetable oil consumption. Vegetable oils are known to be pro-inflammation and they cause a lot of destruction, just not on collagen fiber, but on literally every cell in your body, which is why you should completely avoid them. Same thing goes for sugar. You should completely limit your sugar. And injury, that happens. But how could you resist, or how could you prevent injuries from prolonging, or how could you prevent injuries from happening? How can you restore your collagen? Is that even possible? Let me tell you, it is. I'm the walking testament and experiment. I'm the scientist and the student and the athlete. So it's all the things that I've learned and gathered and applied, and sure enough, the shit works. So collagen, how can we restore it? If our body doesn't make dendrites anymore to make more collagen, how else can we make more collagen? It's a very good question. And that was my very question that I had. That was the same question I had, because I was like, wait a minute. How could that be? How could there not be something that I could do to help restore something that was taken or destroyed? So after you watch that video, you'll see I had 6 surgeries. Quick background. I had 6 surgeries. The biggest one was the unlucky triad, which is the video linked just before. Which is the video linked at the beginning of the video. And it's the ACL, MCL, meniscus, patella. It's ACL, MCL, meniscus tear, but the meniscus tore up the cartilage at the tore off the cartilage off the articular joint, which is where my femur and my tibia met. It was 100% gone. So they had to reconstruct and do an experimental procedure called an Oates procedure, and to restore some cartilage in my body, at least using a method called, they basically create scar tissue in the area, and the scar tissue reforms and then kind of acts as if it's your new collagen or your new cartilage within the area. But they never mention any of this stuff. And this is what I've come to find out. And it works magically, wonderfully. You'll notice it within weeks. I'm not kidding. So consuming collagen will actually restore your collagen and your cartilage. Go figure. Go figure. Why don't they want you to know that? Well, if you think about the medical industry, it's a very prominent, large money maker. It's a huge machine for making profit. And there's good and there's bad to it. The bad is they know about this stuff. They just don't want you to know about it. Because if you know about it, you won't need them for this area, which is like full-on knee and joint replacements. This stuff will eliminate that. You gotta start quick though. You gotta start quick. At 20 years old or 19 years old, I was told to get a full knee replacement. Full knee replacement at 19 years old. Most people are in their 40s, 50s, or 60s when they have to confront that issue. I was like a third of their age, or even a quarter of their age. So the thing is, it doesn't matter where you are right now. All it matters is you take this advice and you apply it. The worst thing that you'll see is like, oh, I just feel better. There's nothing bad that could come from this. There's absolutely no bad. This is all pro. The only bad thing is you got to spend some money to eat some collagen. And I keep saying this. So there's a few different methods you can consume collagen. One being bone broth. It's one of the best sources, and you get organic bone broth. Keep it organic. I've yet to find a bad organic bone broth, but make sure, if you have hypertension, then you want to make sure you get the lower sodium one. And you could always flavor it and add stuff that you want. I would never add sugar. That's not what I'm saying. Adding seasonings, whatever you want. Some cayenne pepper, spice it up, or even some black pepper, spice it up. A little bit of garlic powder, some onion powder. If you wanted to do that, you could do it. But usually right out of the box or out of the bag, they're pretty good. Frontier is my favorite brand. If you see it, get it. Or any store, generic store brand that says organic beef bone broth, I've yet to have a bad one. And that's from Ralph's, that's from Stater Brothers, Albertsons, just about everywhere. But Frontier is by far the best one that I've found, and it's really good. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's like literally quality you could taste. Cliche, cheesy, yeah, but it's true. Another thing is, which many of you are probably not a fan of like myself, which is tripe. Yeah, I'm not a fan of tripe. Tripe or tendon, eating tendon of any type of animal meat is high in collagen. So again, you're going for substance, not for flavor, and there's plenty of collagen fiber within those substances. So if you want an alternative, here are some more. The third one, which I really love, I'm about to show you. Hope you're ready. Here's the great reveal. Hope you're ready for it. I don't know if you're ready for it. Are you? Are you ready for this? Bam. Bam. All 5 multi-collagen protein with all 5 collagen types. You're like, what does that mean? Dude, this is like the most concentrated form of collagen you could find. Bottom line. And it works wonderfully. It's my favorite. Link down below. I love it because the price is good and you get a lot for your value. So much, so much, so much. This is not a replacement to your protein powder or anything. This is an addition to. But, so I always add a scoop of this with a scoop of my protein powder at least twice a day. Game changer. Game changer. Like, guys, for real, for real, for real. Look at this. Dude, look at all those scars. Look at that. Look at it. So get it while you can. Now, the benefits to this is everybody needs this. If you're past puberty, you need this. Because sooner or later, your collagen is going to break down. And the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get injured. And by that time, it's going to be something that you couldn't prevent because you're already injured. So this is better to be preventative, An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. The great Benjamin Franklin once said. I would live by that. So here is a little bit of something to take home with, think about, do your own research. My own research led me to this, and I tried it and I applied it. Boom, it works. Highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly. I cannot say it enough. 10 out of 10. It's a freaking excellent product. It's so wonderful. Down below, I have a link for Amazon, and it gives me like a 1% bump. But it's still the best price you can find. If you want to support the channel, that's one way, or you can just hit subscribe. That would be another. Be sure to like it, comment, ask me what you think is a good alternative. Tell me what you think about this video. All right, so one last thing. Collagen has been marketed incorrectly just for women. And it's like, tighten your skin, get better nails, get better hair. Like, yeah, those things are important, but they don't tell you about the other thing that's happening, which for men, it's super important. If you work a laborious job, or just you like to work out, you train, you're an athlete, you're a young student athlete, or you're in college and you're an athlete, and you want to prevent yourself from getting injured, this is one of the best ways to do it. It'll keep your cartilage strong. It'll keep your body strong. It'll keep your joints strong. Like, you'll just be unstoppable completely. So if you look at the number of injuries, you'll see that there's a lot of injuries lately, like ACL tears, ligament tears, and stuff. And people think like, oh, that's just because they're too active. I believe the contrary to that. I believe there's a lack of nutrition. Nutrition is the number one source of things that the root of all disease is lack of consuming something. So you got to make sure you're consuming the right things. Here is a gateway to something good. I highly recommend, highly encourage you to check it out. Try it. If you don't like it, if you don't notice it after your first, after you run out of this product, I'd call BS on you. I'd call 100% BS. Because every time I've had this stuff, even when I don't have it for a little bit, it's okay. Like, there's a buffer. So there's been times where I didn't have it, and it wasn't like an immediate, like, oh. But I also know, like, after about a month of not having it, I'm kind of like, dude, I need it. You know, I need it. So highly encourage you to stay up on it. Do 1 to 2 scoops a day. If you're like me, I've had a lot of injuries, so I do 1 to 2 scoops at least a day. Bone broth, same thing, 1 to 2 servings a day. Or if you want tripe, those are things that I don't really like to consume. So it's all about preference. But if you're brought up to like that stuff, if you like it, cool. And if you're a female, this is good for you. This is really already good for you, but it's better for you than what you think. It's not just good for your skin, hair, and nails. Yeah, we'll tighten your skin. Oddly enough, that was one of the things I noticed after about 2 weeks. When I was washing my face and shaving, I was like, man, my skin actually feels tighter. And then my knees started feeling better. Everything started functioning much better. If this video brought good news to your little heart and soul, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, whatever it is you do, do it with love, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.